Wing Chun is a tuning system. We assume you have some skills in fighting, and if you don't, we learn that in sparring. And the point of all the Wing Chun Chi Sau drills is to tune the mechanisms that you use when punching. So the first drill I want to look at is called single arm Chi Sau, or single arm sensitivity training. So we have the arms in what we call the crossed position, and if I give him a punch, his arm is going to feel the punch and make a Tan Sau, and then he's going to give me a punch and I'm going to do a Tan Sau. So we could just go back and forth, and we could just do it like this, but that's not going to accomplish anything. I need to actually punch with pressure into him, and then I need to try to hold on to my shape, and as his pressure comes in, I feel it and respond. Alright, now when you're fighting, you generally step forward to add body weight to the attack, and so I can give him Tan Sau pressure and then step. That will push him into a turn, and he's over off to the side. So in Wing Chun, we use the center line as a guidepost. So when I give him Tan Sau pressure, he makes a Tan Sau, he keeps it on the center line. And if I lose my contact, it's going to slide forward and hit me. So we're learning to feel, am I sticking to him? If I go off at a wrong angle, he's going to hit me. And if I step in, he still is wanting to push right here. When he was making an air earlier, he was making a shape in space, but it was over there. I'm not over there, I'm right here. And so I could come inside and it's too late for him. But if he's here, and he's pushing right towards me on this, what we call the center line, and I try to come inside, he's going to get me. Okay? Then he steps. So here's that angle I'm talking about. He can feel that if he doesn't hold on with his elbow and wrist pushing this way, he's going to get hit, and we'll push him back. So another key component in the Wing Chun system is that when you throw an attack and it's blocked, you need to stop. If he throws an attack and doesn't stop, so just come on through, Isaiah. If he goes through, he's hit. And so when he comes in with his step and attack, when he feels he's beat right here, he's already starting to get back to his ready position. Part of the concept of Chi Sau training is you're trying to give your training partner some energy that simulates the moment of contact when two arms intersect each other. And you're not trying to hit each other. You're trying to give your training partner a little bit of energy for them to feel and train their body to have the appropriate response. So in order to practice for fighting, we have to kind of punch each other. So the next kind of drill that we do is called Lat Sau. And Lat Sau is the same drill, but instead of being stuck together, we are chain punching together. So for this video, we're just going to have our legs locked together down low, and we're just going to be punching softly. So now we're having a contact go here, 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 instead of Chi Sau where the contact is constant. And so right here, my arm is in the Tan Sau shape. It's just having a fist. And again, right here, Tan Sau, Tan Sau. And if I wait for his next punch, now he's in Tan Sau and I'm in what we call Jum Sau, but both with fist. And on this one, I'm going to have the Tan Sau shape and he's going to have the Jum Sau shape. Now our legs are locked together, so that prevents us from coming forward anymore. But if he was to extend his arm here, I might have to do an entire Tan Sau, but there's nothing in the way of my hand. So if we were to do this and I was to really try to hit him, that's what it would look like. So again, we're sticking on the contact because we're interested in feeling what's going on. Now if I do that and he gets his elbow in, yes, right here, if I try to continue my attack, his elbow is preventing, leave it here, his elbow is preventing me from getting to his face. And then he can hit me. So when I go right here, I have to stop myself, because if I continue, he's the one who's going to win. So again, you're learning that when your punches meet something, I better stop. Now there I could have got him. So you have to feel at regular speed, am I getting through or am I being stopped? Because I don't want to go like this. His elbow moved me over there. I have to stop. Okay. Tan Sau, open palm hand, is a shape. And the attack that corresponds with that shape is called Chi Sau, and it's a palm strike or edge of the hand up under the chin. So right here, if I open him up, making the Tan Sau shape, I've defeated his elbow, and I can get up in here. So doing Lat Sau, we have some other stuff that we do in Lat Sau. We might go for a low attack. We might go for a rolling back fist. So we're trying to learn how to have 4 hands. Our elbows begin to act like hands. So a lot of people can use their hands, but it takes some practice to use your elbows like a hand.
It's kind of pointless to get injured every week training for fights if you don't get in fights. The whole point is to avoid injury. So the drills you just witnessed are very soft and relaxed. There's some pressure, but they're low contact. So in order to punch something with power, we have wooden dummies and sandbags. So the wooden dummy has 2 arms set up at an angle pointed towards my shoulder. So if I go for a punch, the arm is in the way. And if I move slightly, it's not at my shoulder and my punch can get through. So I cooperate with the arms and push against them and try to feel when I get free, and I can do power hits. So the wooden dummy is a tool that gives me some arms in a static position for me to move around, and something to stick to and release the stick with a full power hit. These are Tan Saus, Tan Saus. So the next thing we're going to do is applications. Chi Sau involves the drills I've just shown you, Chi Sau, Lat Sau, sensitivity drills. And then applications are done on the wooden dummy. I was applying a Tan Sau on the wooden dummy arm. And more importantly, they're done with a partner. But we're just going to give you a brief example here. So if Isaiah is the bad guy, I know exactly which attack he's going to give me, and I'm going to try to perform the technique as technically as possible to defend against it. And he's only going to give me 1 attack to begin with. He's going to punch me right in here, and I'm going to try and do Tan Sau and see what I can do with it. And we'll do it a few times. And that one, he almost got me. Okay? Then the second phase of an application drill involves when your enemy or your opponent defends your attack and counterattacks. And so I'm going to throw the first punch, and Isaiah's going to defend it, and I'm going to defend his counterattack. Very good. That we don't just do Chi Sau in the Wing Chun system. I'm not really sure what would happen if I didn't suppress my hits in situations like this. I'm not really sure what would happen here. A strike to the throat, maybe he's a leatherneck, I don't know. I'm not sure what would happen if I hit him right here really hard. Not really sure. And so, but he's my training partner, and I'm not willing to find out on him